Hello YouTube, welcome back to these tutorials. This is tutorial part 2 of our how to make your own iPhone icon series, and hopefully you saved the template uh, from our last video as a PSD so you can open it and edit it anytime you want through Photoshop. So I hope you did that. If you didn't, watch my first tutorial and just rebuild it real fast. But let's get started. In this tutorial we're going to be creating a bottom glow effect. And what you'll need is your gradient tool. So select your gradient tool, come down to your color picker, and select white. Then come up to here and you want white to transparency and you want linear. So come into your base group and create a new layer. And you're going to start from the base, hold down shift all the way to, let's actually not do that. We want opacity, down to 25. Hold down shift, bottom to the glaze. So adds a little glow to our bottom of our icon. If you just come into your layer panel and right click on your layer 1 and create clipping mask. So we can turn this on and off. Okay, that glow there. We're going to select this and call this bottom glow. Okay, pretty simple. Now, as you can see, you can turn it off and on. So, yeah, that's how you create the bottom glow. Now that that's done, we're going to create a dot effect or icon, or actually more like a logo glow. So we're going to create a new group here and call this effect group. Now this is where all your effects will go in. We want to create a new layer in there. We're going to do dot effect. Okay, select the dot effect. Come up into your, if you still have your gradient tool selected, select that and come up to here. We want white to transparency again, and we want a 51 or 50 opacity, and you want the dot type, not the linear. Select the dot, and usually you want to come from here to here, or let's not do that. Hold on shift and just kind of make it so there's a dot in the middle, glowing dot, and so we can put icons on there and it kind of somewhat makes it glow. I'll show you how here in a second. That looks a little bit better. Yeah. So yeah, get the dot type of gradient. You want white. It's called radial gradient. So select that white to transparent in your gradient tool and make a new layer. Click that layer and make a dot in the middle. Now if it's not in the exact middle, you can hit Control Alt A, select all, come into your move tool, and you can use these to line it into the center. Okay. Now it's real important that you keep the dot effect small so it's not coming over the edges. That way we don't need to create a clipping mask, thankfully. So let's just leave it how that is. And another effect, more like a symbol that we're going to be adding, is going to be the apple ring. Now to create an apple ring, come up into your custom shape tool and click custom shape tool, the very bottom one, the one that looks like a splatter, and we want to pick a shape, and you're going to pick the circle, or not the circle, the arrow sign. So select that And the color you want is type of a gray. That looks pretty good. That gray. And we're going to create it by running it over like so. Hit our marquee tool again. We're going to do free transform. And we want a width of 150. No, we don't want that. Let's keep it 100. Enter or check mark. We're going to grab our move tool, Control A, selects it all, put it in the direct center, Control D. Now that kind of looks boring, so what we'll need to do, we can name this is Apple Ring. Okay, double click that layer, and we're going to add a drop shadow, a outer glow, and the gradient overlay, which you should have saved from our last one, but if you didn't, it would be overlay 46 opacity, black to white, linear, and 90 degrees angle. Okay, so as you can see, if we minus, it kind of pops out now, stands out from the group, and I'm just going to turn the dot effect off and collapse that. Grab our erase tool, just zoom in as much as possible, click. It's going to ask us to no longer have a vector mask. I'm going to erase this bar here. Okay, if you need to make your size a little bit smaller, just kind of trim. Okay. So as you can see, there is the ring. Pretty simple to make. As you can see, there's a little bit overhanging here. I'm going to zoom in and get that. Just kind of hack that off. Okay. So that's how to make the Apple ring. Now, the reason I made the Apple ring is because some icons have that in like Cydia or so. So if I drag and bring this Apple logo in that I have, I'm going to size this way down. Move it in here. Enter. So it's going to have this sometimes. Control Alt V. Just going to do this, guys. You guys don't have to do this. Control D. So sometimes there are logos like this, where there's a ring and then they have Apple. Now, you can always create different colors of rings. Just do what I did. Get that no sign or whatever in this custom shape. The error. Drag and make it as big as you want. Add some effects to it, and then erase that middle bar. So it's just that simple. So thank you guys for watching part 2 tutorial. In part 3 we will be adding a icon, or an icon within the icon, kind of. More like a logo. Let's keep it a logo. So we're going to have a logo, and we're going to insert the logo, and then we're going to add some effects, and I'll show you some pretty good effects to add to a logo. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe.